Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mystery Death Theater 5000. And this is our last try at trying to get this DooMcember thing taken off the to-do list. I am joined once again by the wondrous, the magnificent, the banana-tastic OgreBanani.
Hello.
And we're going to play a little Doom Eternal. Now, I've had a plan for Doom Eternal for quite some time that not able to do today, because this is sort of our last try, because we've been trying all of December 2023 to do something for the 30th anniversary of this game, and Rick has had schedule problems. I've had schedule problems. Vanessa's out of town. Paul got a job. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so Josh Ogre here wanted to start at the beginning. So despite the fact that I have beaten this game and I will have all the weapons, we shall start at the beginning and get ourselves just a handy-dandy little bit of plot. You know, it's good to have some context as to why you're ripping and tearing until it is done.
Of course.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Sir, when are we going to know when it's done?
Well, you'll know.
Will I? I'm not so sure. Sir, oh. Wow.
Can't hold them off! Hold back! No! They're everywhere!
You know, as Americans, we can make the joke that this is what the planet's going to look like the day after Trump is reelected.
Right? Okay, so here's the Earth.
Let us pray now. Pray that he is watching.
He's watching from his super rad man cave in the sky.
Hear me! If you're out there!
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
Man, Slayer, that is not enough shotgun shells.
Right? Something tells me there's going to be a lot more horde than 6.
His armies, they fear the mark of the beast.
No.
You ever think he gets tired of how much his ship has to, do all this, rigmarole and do what's to move and open up when it's like, damn, I just needed to go take a leak?
I mean, it's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Whoa. All right, and we're in. So as mentioned, folks, I am playing this. We're essentially replaying this using the level selector, the mission select. So it is going to be very much a... all the abilities are here and at the ready. Now, having played this from zero, as a brand new game yesterday in the last Filled attempt, where Phildozer came by and we were hoping to record either this or Doom 64, and poor guy was not feeling physically good for it, and I was tired as hell. So, anyway, this is a game where, last time we played a Doom game here, it was kind of limited in ability. So now we have double jumps, we've got quick dashes, we've got the flame belch, we've got frost grenades, we've got the blood punch. We have got so much stuff, all that and more, and a bag of chips. It's a good time, and I totally forgot what way I'm going.
The wall way.
Let's see.
You're
do I
just
just
taking the scenic route.
Okay, there we go. Okay, all right.
And mantling.
Mm-hmm. Face, fist.
And explosive and blade. Face, just meet all of my arsenal, please.
Yes. You know, I think you guys are going to get along really, really well. I think this is going to be great for you guys.
And you're gone. Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure there's more.
Oh, there's always more. There's always more. So as you can see, the glory kill system is way more elaborate than it was before, as well as the overall gore system as well. One great way that they actually, like, indicate how much health an enemy has now is just how much of its body you've blasted off. And when you get to the Barons and the Hell Knights, that becomes incredibly pivotal to knowing how much you should be pushing your enemies, because then you'll know, like, oh, okay, I've blown off most of their body parts and they're just like a chunk of meat, you know, less meat, more bone. So maybe I should put that extra shot in there instead of running away as well. So this is my new boomstick, which has a grappling hook that sets enemies on fire.
Because, you know, why not?
Why not?
That's always how you should look at these things.
Exactly.
You sure about that? Hey, look, he's getting ahead in life.
No, never be the head of a major corporation. Now the Hell Barge is kind of crashed on Earth.
Superhero landing.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Icon of Sin. How you doing?
Has been terminated. The demonic consumption of Earth has been reduced by 36.8%. There are 2 Hell Priests remaining.
That's an interesting way to split your percentages, but okay. You killed 1. There are 2 left. Congratulations on getting 37%. Wait, what?
Actually, I'm gonna change my I'm gonna change my runes here because I think the slow motion one, yeah, the mid-air one, I don't think that's gonna be as necessary. I will probably swap it for the speed boost.
Because as certain hedgehogs have taught us, gotta go fast.
Exactly. That's right. But yeah, this is the game that basically, you can tell it was directed by a former art and concept designer, because just every once in a while you'll have vistas like this, and this is not just for the first level. Like, every stage in this game does it, where you'll sort of stop, you'll look up and go, wow, that'd make an awesome death metal album cover.
Right?
And as much as, sadly, Mick Gordon, I do not think, was treated fairly on this production, his music is incredible.
Yeah, like that. I've only recently learned about that story. Because, you know, ADHD and diving into Wikipedia.
Right.
And other articles and whatnot. But yeah, I had only recently heard about that, and I too would be furious.
And it's one of those things that, to be honest, like, if even a quarter of what he said is true, I kind of hope that Marty Stratton has to find a new job.
Right? But, you know, we've sadly seen worse from...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Other, like, now, that said, at least one of them is no longer in his position because, you know...
Yeah, Mick's gone off to work on other projects, and hopefully with people who appreciate him. I
was referencing specifically the fact that I believe Bobby Kotick is done.
Oh, that, yes. In terms of those types of people, yes. Kotick is, actually, today's the day. Today's the day. It's we're recording this on the 29th of December, and this is Bobby Kotick's last day. Rest in piss, you fucker.
Indeed.
I find that funny. I say that after having just edited that out of a Night After Night episode. Admittedly, in that context, it was probably a bit much that Lisa said it, but
this is the thing. That's a little bit different to watching a Doom playthrough.
And talking about Bobby Kotick, who
definitely deserves to hear it.
Yeah.
And live it.
I mean, like him complaining about like, oh, these people are making me look bad. How am I supposed to get a date now? And it's like, buddy, how about don't do those things and then you won't have people turning you into the devil in their memes.
Yeah, but that's all right because we already know how you're going to get your date. You fucking scumbag.
Oh, God, yeah. Anyway, so back on track, though. We have got ourselves a wonderful rendition of actual Hell on Earth, which... When this game was announced, I was so stoked that, yes, Doom 2016 was sort of a pseudo reboot of Doom 1, and this is it starts as a reboot of Doom 2, but then it goes way in its own direction, pretty much after this first level.
Interesting.
Because then, I like how somebody put this when I was seeing, pre-release, hype for the game, was somebody who previewed it, basically said, Doom Eternal is strangely anime as fuck, and I mean that in a Berserk Fist of the North Star sort of way. Basically.
But yeah, like last time y'all saw me on the channel, we were playing Doom 2, and I was already hyping up atmosphere and movement. And just how it felt, it had taken Doom and just implemented more good on top of it. And I really feel like that's what these, like 2016, this, they have done a really good job of keeping that sort of mentality while also doing it within the bounds of the new systems that they have access to. And I mean, it's Doom Guy. Who doesn't want to see him just demolish hordes of evil?
Yep. This is a proper power fantasy. And to that note, what's other interesting, let me see. So I seriously, I can't change. There we go. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Ultra violence.
So, I mean, I'm going to start taking more damage, and some of these things are going to be a little harder to kill, but you know what? Screw it.
If he dies,
he dies. There you go. Thank you, Yvonne.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You won't be needing that.
Nope. Not where he's going.
I think one of my favorite, wow, I have already forgotten what they're called, the cinematic kills.
Oh, the glory kills, yes.
Thank you, glory kills. I think one of my favorites is still the Goomba Stomp.
Yes.
Just love it so much. Yep.
Yeah, I found a new favorite that I hadn't seen in a while that Phildozer brought in, which is with the imps. So I have to wait for another one of those to... Oh, hello. Thank you. Right on cue.
Speak of the devil.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, and the way that even just like the, I was playing some Doom 2016 last night, and just the way that they handle like movement and range for certain effect. Like it just from a mechanical standpoint, like its collision detection system is better. It's really, really impressive. Because like now, you know, doing your chainsaw, you know, ammo grabs is so much smoother now. Because like if I'm here on the side, I just, you know, hit the button and it magnetizes to the nearest one. And it's like, yeah, it's more video gamey, but it kind of needs to be for, you know, ease of use, essentially.
Yeah, like, and that's not a bad thing to be video gamey. I mean, you're making video games, right?
Exactly.
Not everything has to be ultra realistic, hyper violent. Well, okay, I mean, it's Doom. It's hyper violent anyway. That's literally the thing.
Interesting frame. I think the Elgato just hosed up there. Let's see. Okay, this happens a lot because my Elgato, for some reason, just likes to do that. There we go. Okay, we're back. Yeah, exactly. Like, if there are some things which can be immersion breaking, and it depends, and it kind of depends on the game itself, but even then, it's like, to do it with intention, I think, is more than anything what has been learned to be the best way to go about it. Ooh. Hell yeah. Alright.
Big ass one, man.
Oh yeah. Sport.
Nah.
And like, see, like that's another like really cool thing they added is that when you use the grenade blast from the combat shotgun in a Cacodemon, it will swallow it if you shoot it into its mouth, and then basically stun it so you can glory kill the bastard, which is super cool.
Right? And that's just, you know, keeping a good combat flow and gameplay loop.
Exactly the word I was thinking. It's flow. Because you notice just how like smooth this all is to go through. I mean, I'm playing this on the Xbox One, and I don't know if this has audio visual settings to, you know, modify that it could, you know, excuse, sir, excuse me.
All right, I've seen enough Japanese anime to know where that's going.
Yeah. It's like going to the family for the holidays. You're just suddenly feeding them right away, you know, and it's like, I just came out the door and you don't need to put cupcakes in my mouth.
Or two. I'm okay with that. I love, like, every time I see these Cacodemon deaths, I'm very reminded of the original God of War games.
Yeah. Oh.
And fighting the Cyclops.
Yep.
Like, because just removing the eye from the head is just so visceral.
Mm-hmm. I love going in from behind and just he still gets stuck on his claw, the Praetor blade.
I love how you, like, I'm glad you pointed that out, but the fact that you can just dodongo these Cacodemons is hilarious.
It's so good. And yeah, just like Doom 2, we suddenly have more Arachnotrons all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're broke now, but I don't think anybody's going to be around to fix it.
No,
At least not when we're done.
No, not when we're done. No. I mean, that's actually the thing. So this whole month I've been replaying this game and both the DLCs, and, you know, as for practice for this, and the way that this game concludes, because the DLC is the real, like, ending of this arc of the Doomslayer's story. Like, it has a very great sense of, like, finality to it. And it's why I often recommend this game to people still, is because, like, if you want Doom with just, you know, nominal but good story, like, this feels good at the end. You know, you feel this sense of, like, I put it as, you also feel ready to stop, the same time the Doomslayer kind of has to, based on the circumstances. And his reaction to some of these things of like, you know, ain't broke, don't fix, or, you know, if it's broken, you know, it needs to be broken, whatever, needs to be ended, is very, like, I won't even spoil it, but it's definitely like one of those, hey, you're supposed to do this thing. Wait, why are you doing the other thing? And the Doomslayer says nothing. He just does it. But then when you get to that point yourself in the story, you realize, oh, that's what he's doing. Oh, you clever bastard. That's what you're doing.
But surely, Chris, surely, first-person shooters don't have story.
Carmack is never going to live that line down, ever. For good reason. I think it's, yeah, there we go.
And look, sometimes the story can be a little loosey-goosey, but it's there, damn it.
It is. Okay, there's one dude left, I think, because there's a... Oh. Did you get stuck?
I like how clean this HUD is.
Yeah, isn't that great? And the way that, like... Notice how my abilities are around the crosshair? That was something they patched in, where... So, like, if I use my Flame Belch, you notice that icon has disappeared. But then when it recharges and is ready to go, it pops up right there. So your eyes don't necessarily... So if your eye is, like, hyper-focused on the center of your crosshair, you'll see without having to flex your eyes too far to the edges of the screen.
Right. But I actually am not bothered by that as much as I thought I would be, because I'm not a fan of, for instance, MMOs. I don't like having that sort of stuff all right there in the center of my screen. It's too much visual information for me. But here it's very unobtrusive. I like that. Shiny rat.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Jack's rock? I got a rat.
Hey, yeah. That's right. Oh, man, I have been definitely thinking of our Call of Cthulhu game and your character, you know, Jack. He got that rock, and he had some very unexpected reactions.
I am Jack's impending sense of mortality.
The Con Maker is present at this gathering, but when outside of her domain, she is by all accounts indestructible.
Oh, man, she's Captain Scarlet. Shit.
This be? No man can pass through the gate.
I am no man. Oh, wait. Wrong franchise.
Stops nothing. The sacrament of this world to the great Khan Maker will be made, and the energy will be restored once again. As it is written, from the souls of the non-believers, you will not save them from their judgment.
Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm surprised he let him go on that long.
You go too far this time. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's chance to repent, to give service to us. You cannot resist the will of the Khan Maker.
Activating the portal now.
How is it the kids say it these days? Mommy? Sorry.
Oh, man. Okay, so this is going to send us to the Fortress of Doom, aka the Man Cave. And we'll do a quick, you know, because I definitely think at this point now that we've gotten that starter setup, we should definitely do Exaltia the next level, but I definitely want to give a quick tour of the Fortress of Doom. Because once this place opens up, this is Nerdville, and in a great sort of way.
Beyond Maker. Pure Maker technology.
Oh yeah, so that's because I do have it. Okay.
It's the Fortress of Doom, not to be confused with the Hall of Doom.
Right. But yeah, so like when you collect soundtracks, you can play those. So like, so let's see. This is from Doom 2. That's what I thought. Let's see if I can find one of my favorites. There we go. Yeah, Hulshit's Goroth for Great Champions. Put that on, and it plays through the whole environment. But yeah, so you can explore and do a bunch of cool things and all that. But then let's see. I'm gonna try to do this without going through the map. So I think it's back here. Yeah, this I'm pretty sure is it. The Doom guy has an office with a mouse pad. Look at that.
Everybody needs to have a good setup.
And he's got toys, he's got comic books, and I love this Kadinger cooking. Winner, Agent Dinner. I forgot about that. The Pinkie Pies. 100% imp-fed broiled pink patty pies. Oh, actually, have I... okay, I haven't gotten enough secrets to unlock Doom 1 and 2 on that. He's got his guitar collection. Has all the toys that you collect.
Nice.
More stacks of comics. Books. Original box copies of old id Software games. Your weapons, so you can check out your weapons and customize. You can customize them in different points, but yeah, you can customize, I think, their skins and whatnot, or swap the mods. That's right. So you can see what they look like with the different mods.
I see.
Yeah, the way they upgraded the weapon mod system in this too was also just fantastic. Did an amazing job with making sure everything felt nice and specific. Oh, whoa! Excuse me.
Okay.
There we go.
No, you can never leave.
I'm not ready to sit down in my really nice, comfy chair and read the latest issue of Bronin the Barbarian.
Any likeness to any characters, real or fictional, is purely coincidental.
Yeah, there's the old... Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
And you pick
Can't
them
go
up...
wrong with the classics.
And you pick them up as vinyl records, which is the best.
Even better.
Okay, there it is, mission select. Okay, so we'll hit up Exultia, and that should be enough to kind of get a nice, good sampling of this. At some point, I will eventually do the Super Gornest master level for the channel, but I think also having more commentary for that is going to be good, because it's also a really great place to talk about encounter design, which this game does incredibly well, and some of the master levels do fantastically, where... When you kind of getting it all thrown at you the first time, you're just kind of in it. But once you start getting used to the system and mechanics, you start to figure out, like, oh, wow, like, this is a good balance of, like, this thing here and this thing there, and making sure that, it's not too hard and not too easy, and then also figuring out how to throw... Oh, hello, pupper. Just how to throw some... How to throw things at the player that are continually making it engaging. Oops. Whoa. That's my bad. There we go.
I meant to do that.
Yes. Yes, I did. Well, yeah. Another of the new enemies for this game. The gargoyles.
Heath David?
Oh, I wish.
Didn't I hear that they're doing a live-action Gargoyles?
I have heard some things about that. We'll have to see if that pans out or not.
Potentially excited for it.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, the only reason a live-action Gargoyles would fascinate me or interest me is that they would do it with Rick Baker-style practical suit effects.
Mm-hmm.
And when they say live action, does that mean live action footage with... Oh, hello, Mr. Hell Knight. Or is it going to be a lot of CGI on top of on top of live action footage, and therefore kind of make the Lion King-esque distinction kind of moot?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me being picky, I guess.
I don't necessarily disagree with you either, though, because Disney's definition of live action doesn't seem to be quite the same as everybody else's definition of live action.
Yeah.
Because when I heard live action Lion King, that ain't what I pictured.
Yeah, like I've heard some really cool, as people have said, do the Lion King story, which is, a very heavily modified version of Hamlet, and do that as some people have said, like, well, what if you did it as like a crime movie set in 1950s Harlem, or you did it as almost like an operatic version, set actually in Africa, with the tribes, with in ancient times. It's like, okay, like those would be kind of cool, but doing I don't know. And I haven't seen the movie. I don't know if it has the deadness of photorealism, problem that I've had with some of these films. So, I don't know. Don't mind me.
Yep. Beware the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
On second thought, 'tis a silly place. Yeah, I think that's actually like it's tough being any sort of artist, but just knowing that the uncanny, there we go.
Yeah.
The uncanny valley.
Yeah, the uncanny
is something that you will inevitably have to traverse. Is just like people climb Everest in less time.
I was going to say the Uncali Valley is when Joss Whedon really becomes the worst, becomes even worse than usual and kills Callie in a Firefly comic.
Right. And the fans rioted. Nobody liked that.
I mean, people were pretty upset when Serenity came out, so...
Oh, dude, like...
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're really gonna, like... You could have happily ever aftered so many people there, my guy.
Oh, yeah. No, and he kept, he was like, well, we're going to try to make this into a franchise. Like, dude, you made the fucking Wild Bunch. Don't deny. Anyway.
I was definitely one of those people, like...
shit.
I appreciate it for what it was. Mm-hmm. But the fact that, and spoilers, I'm going to say that right now for anybody who, for whatever reason, hasn't watched Serenity yet.
And will want to watch it.
And wants to, yeah. Here's your warning. 3, 2, 1. The fact that there were so many graves at the end of that fucking film pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I would have been okay with the number of graves, just not the people who occupied them.
Yeah, that was another thing too. And then to essentially let off the guy who was responsible for one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Like that was... Ugh.
I think what really bothers me about it is... I can't believe we're talking about this on a Doom video, but... It seemed to me that everything that we had built up in Firefly was just... It didn't matter.
Yeah, there was so much of the character development that he backpedaled because he was finally getting to do it his way and not Tim Minear's way.
Yeah. And so it was like this... this feels like an OVA.
Yeah.
This feels like a fan... Like, it did not feel... This was not my...
It's not my Firefly.
Right, this was not my Firefly. And that was the feeling of so many people. This is not my Firefly. These aren't my people. This is not the characters that we have grown to love.
This is not my beautiful Serenity. Oh, sorry, Novik. We're just here. Hey, man, like, I'm sorry to barge in, but, like, I just got to get some stuff of mine.
Why is this heavily armed man here?
No, it's totally like no, dude. Like it's cool. Like I signed the forms for it. It's totally mine.
You cannot kill the priests. You know our laws. Despite their
Novix OnlyFans is just all ASMR content.
they are still of sentinel blood. What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why they call me the editor.
You will bring down the heavens' wrath.
Heaven, hell, it's all the same. I'm just gonna kill it.
Are no longer your people to save.
So as you're probably picking up already, there is like to bring this back, and you know when we're talking about like how things change, you know, because and actually the Serenity Firefly discussion is an interesting one to actually segue into this, because there is definitely an argument to be made that this adds too much story, too much lore to Doom, and I don't personally agree with that. I think that this is you know, because I feel like the different eras of Doom, the OG, Doom 3, and then the 2016 Eternal duology, are their own like worlds, essentially, their own takes on the material.
Yeah.
And the idea of turning it into this very like Burroughs-esque Conan the Barbarian, John Carter on Mars sort of idea of the myth of the Slayer. And that, you know, because, I mean, to remind folks, you're probably wondering, like, why is all this high fantasy stuff? We're on another planet right now. That is actually one of the reasons why the Slayer's even here, is he's having to go back to an ancient civilization on another planet to go and get a tool, that thing he just got, so that he can track down the next Hell Priest to kill him off and continue his quest to destroy the Con Maker. And obviously for some, that is going to be too much plot for a Doom game. And I have not been picking up the, let's see here, the codex entries, which have all of this story. And like, they have these cool pictures, and they've got, you know, so like, let's see here. Yeah, Story of the Sentinels. So like, you know, you have like all of this to read through. And the thing is, this is optional, which is why the complaints about it to me don't, I get it, but I also feel like when it's just optional, you don't have to engage with it. It's like, you know, guys, just chill, okay? Just chill. It's okay.
I 150 bajillion% stand behind that sentiment. I agree with you wholeheartedly. And now I also have the benefit of coming at that from a challenge run player of Dark Souls.
Right.
Because that's a huge argument in a different way. In Dark Souls, well, does there need to be difficulty levels? It's Dark Souls and stuff like that. And it's like, well, it's not really taking away from your ability, is it?
Nope, it is not.
Like, you don't have to go engage with that in that manner. So, you know, have fun.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. I got a little lost here. I need to figure out where the hell I'm going. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, it's like in this you go, and there are other games, many other games. Like let's look at Dragon Age.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there is some lore that you get to interact with in the world, but if you want the deep lore, you gotta look at the codex entries and shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know, and you don't have to do that. If you're just there to beat up on bad things, then hey, go beat up on bad things. But I, in particular, am a lore whore, so
yep.
I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
The more lore, the better. It doesn't matter if it's in my shooter games or my RPGs. Heck, one of the roguelikes that I played just recently introduced a story mode. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Tell me more about why I'm doing this thing that I'm doing.
Which game was that in particular? I'm kind of curious.
Backpack Hero.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I've heard of that one.
I highly remind. Wow, we can talk today.
Yeah.
I highly recommend Backpack Hero to anybody who enjoys just kind of like mindless. It's an inventory management roguelike. You go down a dungeon, you manage your little backpack. It comes with different characters, and they do different things with different backpacks. And then the story mode is the town above the dungeons, essentially.
That's cool, though.
And you get to build your town and build items and research stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm for it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It's not what I signed up for in the beginning, but it's fun.
I mean, that was kind of what I felt about Horde mode for this game, to be honest. Like, I've probably now put like a decent like 25, 30 hours into Horde mode. And, You know.
I am Iron Mountain.
Wait, no. Hey, what?
Wrong franchise.
Wrong franchise. No. Bleh. Bleh. And if you're wondering, did this inspire the Flesh Realm in our Cthulhu game? Kinda.
Hey. True artists take their inspiration from all around them.
Yes.
One up.
Ooh, damn it. Oh well, worth it. Yeah, like the extra life system in this game was another contentious, like, God, like, do I... And they made it clear, you can turn it off. You don't, you can turn it into one life mode, where if you die, you gotta go, anytime you die, you gotta go back to check... Whoa.
Activate the mech and clear the path forward.
Whoa. And those are all, like, optional, components. And one of the things I really appreciate about this game, because, let's see, I'm still in ultraviolence, and...
Sorry, go ahead.
And about having... You start at the low difficulty and work up. And that's the point. Gotta hand it to him. It's a good idea.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
Oh, no. Oh, what the hell? Whoa, that was a weird physics glitch. Okay. There we go.
Also, the grip strength on this man.
Oh, dude. Oh, in Necroval, it gets crazy. Because there's so much more
Forget
climbing.
crushing walnuts between his fingers. Like, that's child's play to this man.
Mm-hmm. Hey!
How dare you interrupt me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. This means I gotta do this now. Whoop. Hip.
Hi, do you like the taste of ribs? How about your own?
Man, just...
Oh, it's a big door.
That's a big fucking door.
Yeah, that's several big doors.
Oh, yeah.
What a complex locking system.
Oh, whoa. Ah, revenants. Hey, buddy.
Way to dodge those missiles with your face.
I'm very talented. Alright, let's do this the fun way. Oh.
Or
that
works.
That works too. But yeah, the fun way is you stab him in the jetpack, and he spins and blows up.
Because remember, it's hilarious when it's not happening to you.
Exactly.
Comedy is just tragedy that happens to somebody else.
I'm not always the biggest purveyor in that belief, but it's not that it's wrong. It's just that it's a definition. It's not the definition of comedy.
Oh, fully agreed.
Because that has become a problem recently with some of the folk. Like, some people is like, oh, comedy can only be funny if somebody else is getting hurt. Like, what ass backward world do you live in, sir?
Yeah, see, that's because people misunderstand the phrase. The person that is undergoing the tragedy should be the speaker.
Yeah, that's also a good point. But even then, like, I think it's very possible to be funny without being either self-deprecating or attacking someone else.
Oh, fully agreed.
Just look at Vanessa. Vanessa's one of our funniest peoples that we knows. Mind you, she can be hysterical when she is making fun of other people that absolutely deserve it, or people that she's lovingly ribbing.
And I mean, this self-deprecation humor is there, just not as often as people might think.
Yep.
Vanessa has a very... Oh, I just had that fella's name in my head, too. Vanessa has a very Mitch Hedberg-esque
Yeah, okay. I could
delivery. Not quite the full-on Mitch Hedberg deadpan, but pretty close.
I've always likened her to a mixture of Babs Money and Daria Morgendorfer.
Interesting. I could see the Daria. I'm not... Well...
It's the goofball factor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess I can kind of... And the wry sort of quippy comeback.
Yeah. And also the moments of goofball. She has her moments of goofball. I mean, just look at... oh, that's right. I don't know if you ever saw the Laspia character that she created for the Girls' Night Sloppy Dice game.
I do not believe so. I have admittedly been a little lacking on my sloppy dice participation.
Laspia is basically Linda Belcher as a dwarven barbarian.
I see. That's another television show I need to watch.
You would like it.
Not a single episode. This is gonna sound so hipster of me, but I don't tend to watch shows that are ongoing. It's not because I don't want to participate necessarily. It's because I despise having to wait for new episodes.
Oh yeah, that I do not blame you for that at all. Oh whoa.
I love to binge things. Like, that is my preferred method of intake for
like a
stuff like that.
Like a Citadel just pumping a binge watch into the sky. Like right there. See, that is Netflix headquarters right there. Little do we know. Now there's your problem. You got your sword stuck in some fire over there. Yeah, no, I don't blame you, and I totally understand that as well. It's a thing. Anyway.
Okay, so pointy end goes in the other man. Also, my guy, did you just hammer space this?
A little bit.
There you go. Pointy end goes in the other man. Well, demon.
Demon, yeah. Delicious.
We are Kratos. This is Chrono. No, wait.
There we go.
This is an interesting defense system. These little tentacle appendages.
These tentacle-like appendages.
Oh, look, it's a Mario firebar.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in this game. There's a lot of... It's actually quite a bit of... there's actually quite a bit of platforming in this game, which they handled surprisingly well. Do yep. Hey, it's better than Turok. That's what I'll give it credit for.
Okay, but which Turok?
Turok 1.
All right, that's fair. Because I was like, Turok 2.
Turok 2 is pretty fucking great, even in its platforming. Yeah, it's pretty darn good.
The days where Turok 1 was the height of platform. No, I'm sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah, Duke Nukem had already done it better.
Yeah, like there were. Yeah. Mario for the NES did platforming better.
Well, FPS platforming, I mean, specifically, but yeah. But yes, exactly. Yeah, it's a... I mean, that was kind of the weird thing about video games, and, you know, what we also have kind of experienced with, like, Doom clones and et cetera, is that they're, you know, certain things become, like, the standard, like, oh, well, they all have to have a certain element like this. And it's like, not really, you know, like, you don't have to. And then it always takes some brave soul to say, no, you don't gotta do it that way. Oops.
Yeah, and that's how we end up with Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. We are hoping in the new year to do a Baldur's Gate co-op session.
Oh my!
We're waiting for crossplay so we can, because I know Castlerook and Vanessa both want to. They've got plans, like they have plans for their characters to do for it. So
I'm sure that'll be a blast.
Indeed. Yeah, I just finished it the other day. It's
I am just barely, like, I think I've done the one thing in Act 2, and I have been playing for 219 hours.
My man, you
on a single playthrough.
My man.
Oh, it's been great. Like, I'm not even upset. Like, not even kinda upset that I have put 219 hours into Act 1.
Yeah, but I guess what I mean is just, there's so much good stuff that's coming.
I know.
Yeah, because if anything that you've heard about Act 2, it's, in my opinion, it's even better.
And much like like in this, it's just fun as shit to throw people at other people.
It is, yeah. It's a toy movie. You take your toy.
Yummy,
delicious guts. Is there a secret in there I need to be worried? Actually, what am I saying? I've gotten all the secrets on this level now, so I don't need to do shit. That one secret encounter I hadn't finished yet. Whoa, camera angles. Oh yeah, they have to explain explain a mechanic to you, but hey, they do it with comedy. I'll take it. I forgot how fucking long this hell segment of Exultia was. That is a trip.
Hey, that's alright. More killing.
More killing, more hell. It's like the radio station, and it's like, more hell. Winona. You're listening to KDM 216, the all murder radio. We have more hell than you can shake an imp's arm at. Well.
We'll teach your grandmother to suck plasma.
Oh my god, that is a nice... There we go. We just needed to enjoy that. Ren and Stimpy pull. Very nice. That's right. I did do the... Yeah, I did the Slayer Gate thing here.
Killy, killy, doom, doom, killy, killy, doom, doom.
What's, thinking about, like, because I was thinking about Baldur's Gate 3 and bringing it back to trying to bring it back to this. How do we segue? And then I was thinking, man, I really hope that id is allowed to make their own games again soon, because the the fact that my understanding is that id's basically become like a support team for like, they apparently did assistant asset development on Redfall. That's what they spent a lot of last year doing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would really like to see, like, I'm torn. Part of me, the majority of me, would really like to see the unconglomeration of studios.
Yeah.
Because while that is nice in the aspect of, hey, everybody gets to have some money and do the things, if parent goes bye-bye for whatever reason or is unable to be soluble or whatever the fuck they want to call it,
How the hell do they define it these days?
they just say, all right, well, hey, it's been a nice run of 25, 30 years, but we're closing you down now, so bye.
Yep. Rest in peace, Volition.
And that's not cool.
It's not. And
I have thoughts, but I don't know enough about the industry to convey those thoughts in a conducive manner. So I'll just say it's shitty, and I feel for anybody out there who might be watching this who has been the unfortunate recipients of closures.
yeah, it has been an absolute. I mean, it's so sad that this year for 2023 was amazing for game releases, but it was not great for the studios that made them. I think on the whole, like, I don't even think the studios that were very successful this past year would argue that, to be honest, because because every time one of these closures happens, it's not uncommon to see tweets or messages from some of these studios saying, listen, we can't give you guys jobs now, but if there's a way we can help, please get in touch. And that's also going to be kind of the weird thing, over time, is like to imagine how the shape of the industry is also then going to change, because you have all of these really talented developers from these different studios that are now, they're in the market basically, and they have to, they're going to find jobs, but it's also like, where are they going to land? Is their experience going to be appreciated by their new management?
Yep. And not only that, but we have to also adjust the fact that with less studios, there are more qualified candidates per open role.
Oh God, yeah. That is very.
And so it's like, and nobody wants to step on anybody else's toes because they're all peers. But at the same time, hey, I really need / want a job because, money is a thing that exists.
Yep.
And so it's not cutthroat, but it's very competitive.
Yeah.
Unlike Doom, which is both cutthroat and competitive.
Exactly.
Especially if you're into speedrunning.
Oh, that's right. So with your background in that, what have you seen for speedruns for Doom, by the way?
So I am mostly challenge runs in other regards. For instance, in the Soulsborne community, speedrunning and challenge running were, for a long while, up until fairly recently, considered two sides of the same coin that never met. And so, and there was a strange animosity between the two groups for a while there.
That's weird.
But Doom, my understanding from what little I know of the speedrunning scene in Doom, everybody is super supportive of everybody else, and finding new ways to be faster is always a community endeavor, as opposed, obviously the person who finds it is like, hey, look what I just found, let's see if we can replicate this now. Which is, pretty standard for most speedrunning scenes, but Doom is very interesting because just the ways that the technology led to how things were speedrun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't actually know anything about the current titles and their speedrunning community, but it's Doom. I can't. I have to imagine that they exist. Like there's almost definitely Doom Eternal speedrunners or 2016 speedrunners. Because where there is any chance to display skill, gamers will find it.
Gamers find a way.
Which is the opposite of where that statement originally came from, because we all know gamers don't have a life.
True facts.
Said with love from a gamer.
Yes.
You mean I have to go out to where the evil Daystar presides?
Fuck. Okay. Anyway, so we talked over the... thank you, though, for that insight, because that is a part of the gaming community that I still don't have the biggest amount of knowledge of. So I appreciate definitely the insight, for sure.
The extraction point has been
But I did want to make sure that...
Will mark its location on your HUD.
So we spoke to the Betrayer there. That's what he was called, the Betrayer. And... the reason I believe he is called that is because in the lore, his people were made to give penance to the Khan Maker and all of that. And so, well, actually, there's a codex entry. Don't fuck.
Well,
while we're doing that, let's see. Can we find? The story of the Sentinels. Here we go. The Betrayer. Years of prolonged war against the demonic threat invading the world, Argent Denur launched an offensive strike against cross dimensions, sending their greatest warriors into the heart of hell itself. Betrayal at the highest levels of command left Argent Denur's bravest warriors cut off and scattered in the hellscape. But of those last remaining Night Sentinels, only one remained in hell by choice. Betrayer of the Argenta, it was Commander Valen, who relinquished the keys to the elemental sepulchre in return for his son's resurrection. Haunted by demonic visions, the image of his son's tortured existence plagued him without relent, the whispers of demons pushing him toward madness. He fell prey to the demon's trickery, sealing the fate of Argent Denur and dooming the kingdom in which he swore a lifelong oath to protect. He chose exile in the hellscape for his sacrilege.
as one does.
Fair. And all recounts. I mean, nobody wants to see their, the baby, being tortured. And
yeah,
also,
I think people, if you're not a parent, you might underestimate what one might do to ensure the safety of their child.
Yeah.
In this particular case, walk into the very bowels of hell itself and make a deal with the devil.
All right.
I blew up your little things. You didn't need those rocket launchers, right?
Nah, he wasn't using them, clearly. Also, can I just give a quick shout out of love to the rocket launcher in this game? Because it's a really fucking good rocket launcher. And it's got a lock-on and a detonate add-on as well, where you can just detonate it in space and set off flares that, do that.
Donkey.
Ooh, I'm actually getting low health. Alright, fine, I'll get the quad damage. Yeah, you can call it onslaught as much as you want, but I know a quad damage when I sees it.
Right? You can't fool me.
Yeah, he saw the point.
That's right.
I think that is...
If I know anything about video games, that's going to let me out on an orange portal somewhere else.
Excellent. But yeah, so so now that you've gotten to chat over it, watch it in action. What do you think, Ogre?
I think I need to pick it up, but I also think I need to finish 2016.
Yeah, because there's especially when you get into the later parts of the story, there's elements of the end of 2016 that pay off story-wise in this, which it's fine, if you don't know, but it feels cooler when you know it,
Mm-hmm.
Wait, classic uniform unlocked? I thought I already unlocked the... Huh, okay. Thought I'd already unlocked that through a different challenge, but okay. But yeah.
Double unlock.
It's double unlocked.
Oh, one thing about speedrunning before I go. I didn't want to interrupt what was happening there.
Go ahead.
So, another reason that I don't typically keep up with speedrunning communities, like I'm on the peripherals, but in most instances, the goal is simply to end the game, make the credits roll, right? So that's it. For speedrunning communities, the faster you can get from starting the game to making the credits roll, the better. That's the whole goal. So if I'm going to watch speedrunning, my preferred is to watch what they might call glitchless. Because otherwise you will see, and now I have mad respect for folks who do glitched runs. To find this stuff out, and not only to find it out, but to be able to do it correctly often enough to get steady runs out of it. Some of these things are absolutely nutty. Purposely game breaking because it lets you go faster.
Yeah.
And so, to me, that's usually where I personally draw the line, because it's like, I don't really want to see people break a game. I just want to see people get through the game as fast as they can.
I hear you. And now Ultraviolence is kicking my ass.
I was going to say, it's a good thing we brought that extra life.
Oh, I have 10, and I think they're all about to go. Now, one of the reasons is, I don't think that's a... Oh, yep, I knew it. There you are, you fuck. Fucking Archvile. I honestly don't know how anybody does this on Ultraviolence and above with a fucking controller, to be honest. Like, the fact we've got us... Because that's the thing. Keyboard and mouse, I could probably do better than this. And I say probably. That's not a guarantee, by the way.
Right. Yeah, we talked last time about my shooter history. The last time I played a shooter with a controller was Halo.
Oh, man. Good idea. Yeah.
And that's mostly because the game was designed to be played with a controller.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I could never imagine having to play something this fast-paced on a controller.
Okay, I need to find a zombie that I can... Whoa! Hello, Pinky. That's what I needed. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, I think when it comes to these sort of experiences, it always is just, everyone's a little different, and that's all okay. That's all.
Exactly.
I think it's good. I think it's good. I like it.
It's good.
And but when it comes to Doom Eternal, I absolutely adore this game. I think it's fantastic. I cannot believe I actually successfully did that. I died like 6 or 7 times, so I'm not going to say I did great. Because that is, as you can tell, the practice mode. When you get a new weapon and it's like, hey, do you need to practice on the enemies that you're encountering? Here, test this out. It's very much what it is. Because I believe all those enemies we encountered in there are the folks that we encounter at the next level, which is the cultist base. So, I think.
That's neat.
Yeah,
because it's a nice way to do that. Very generous of them.
But in any case, we thank you so much for watching Mystery Death Theater 5000. I almost called the Night After Night again. Damn it. And Ogre, thank you so much for joining me for this emergency recording towards the end of the year so I could have one more episode of Doom. Really appreciate it. Yeah, as per usual, you're OgreBanani. I'm Chris Jabberwocky, and we'll see you all in the new year.
Goodbye and good night.